What would you sacrifice to save the person you love from a lifetime of shame? Would you give up your own career, your money, or would you do something far more extreme, like giving up your own eyesight? Today, I am going to share a story that sounds like a tragedy but is actually the greatest secret ever kept in the name of love. Most people leave when things get ugly, but this man chose to stop seeing altogether. Watch until the very end, because the reason he stayed in the dark for 20 years will make you question if you have ever truly loved anyone at all. Our story begins with Arjun and Meera. They were the couple everyone envied. Meera was not just beautiful, she was radiant. Her skin was like silk, and her smile could stop time. Arjun didn't just love her, he worshipped her. They spent their early years walking through parks, sharing dreams under the moonlight, and promising that nothing would ever change between them. But as we know, time is a thief, and it was about to steal more than just their youth. They didn't know that their perfect life was about to be hit by a storm that no doctor could cure. One morning, Meera noticed a small, pale patch on her skin. She ignored it, thinking it was just stress. But within months it spread. A rare, aggressive skin disease began to take over. The woman who once spent hours in front of the mirror now began to cover every mirror in the house with black cloth. She couldn't bear to see herself, and she was even more terrified of Arjun seeing her. Every time he reached out to touch her face, she would flinch, thinking, "If he sees what I've become, the love in his eyes will turn into pity." She felt like a monster living in a palace of memories. Then came the day that changed everything. Arjun was returning from work when a devastating accident occurred. The news shattered Meera. When she reached the hospital, she found him with thick bandages wrapped around his head. The doctors delivered a soul-crushing verdict. Arjun would never see again. He was blind. While the world mourned for him, a dark, secret part of Meera felt a strange sense of relief. She cried for his loss, but she also realized that now, her husband would never have to see her scars. He would never see her beauty fade. Their life continued, but in a world of total physical darkness. For the next 20 years, they lived a life of pure devotion. Meera became Arjun's eyes. She guided his hand, she described the colors of the sunset to him, and she took care of him like a guardian angel. Because Arjun was blind, Meera stopped hiding. She walked freely around the house, no longer ashamed of her withered skin. To Arjun, she was still the 25-year-old girl with a glowing smile. He would often tell her, "Meera, I don't need eyes to know you are the most beautiful woman on earth." They were happy in their shared silence, until the day Meera's breath finally slowed down, and she left this world forever. After the funeral, the house felt like a tomb. Arjun packed his bags to leave the city. A close friend, unable to see him struggle, came to help. The friend asked, "Arjun, how will you manage? Meera was your strength, your guide. How can a blind man navigate this world alone now?" Arjun stopped walking. He stood still for a long moment, then slowly reached up and took off his dark glasses. His eyes were clear, focused, and filled with tears. He looked straight at his friend and said, "I was never blind. I could see every scar, every patch, and every tear on her face for the last 20 years. But I knew if she realized I could see her, her heart would break from the shame of her lost beauty. I didn't love her for her skin. I loved her for the soul that cared for me. So, I chose to stay in the dark just to keep her world bright. I let her believe I was blind so she could live with dignity." He then put his glasses back on, picked up his bag and walked away, perfectly avoiding every obstacle in his path.